1, 2, 3.
What's up everybody, my name is Aaron James and I'm here with the Light Den Academy, and today's video is brought to you by Lens Rentals. Thank you Lens Rentals for supporting our Light Den Academy community. If you guys don't know, Lens Rentals has everything that you need if you're looking to rent some gear, whether you're doing videography or photography. They've got lenses, bodies, accessories, batteries. If you want to try out some new gear that maybe is a little too expensive to buy right now, then just go ahead and rent it, try it out for a couple days and see if you like it, guys. We've got a link down below in the description. Just go ahead and click that link. It will bring you to Lens Rentals. Use that link and you will support our channel. Also, I encourage you guys to use our discount code, which is TLDA15, to get 15% off your total order. So at the beginning of last week, I rented 3 lenses from lensrental.com. It is the 50, the 24, and the 85 1.8 S-line lens for the new Nikon Z cameras. And so this is all part of the S-line category of lenses, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. But the reason why I rented these lenses was because I had a styled wedding shoot coming up and I wanted to put this camera to the test at this indoor venue. So that's why I got the 3 lenses, the 24, the 50, and 85. I felt like they were good focal lengths that had their own separate, unique look to them. This video is not an in-depth review of each lens by themselves, but I do want to share with you guys my impression using these new Nikon Z S-line lenses. Now, whenever I shoot weddings, usually I'm rolling with 2 lenses. I've got the 105 2.8 macro lens, and then I've got my Nikon 35 1.4 lens, and then usually my 50mm 1.8 is just sitting in my bag. I don't like to carry a lot of stuff on me, and so I just usually roll with 2 primes, and they pretty much take care of all of my needs. I can shoot the details, the portraits, I can shoot the wide angles with those 2 lenses. And so the lenses that I rented from Lens Rentals was the 85, the 24, and the 50. The 85 and 24 were actually the very first time I've shot with those prime lenses, and then I've got the 50 because I wanted to see how well it did with the 1.8G f-mount lens. One thing that I really wasn't used to was how similar these lens bodies are. At first, I kind of didn't like it. I like the gold lettering. I like the way that these lenses look. The 35mm 1.4 is a big lens. It's robust. The 50, I love how small the 50 is. When I got my hands on the 50 and these lenses that look very similar, at first I was put off, to be honest. The more I got used to using it, the more I appreciated the fact that they all felt the same in your hand. No matter what prime lens I was using, the focus ring was in the same position, it felt the same, and it looked the same. And so me being a wedding photographer, one thing that I'm constantly aware of is making sure that the bride and groom or whatever subject I'm taking photos of is comfortable. And so shooting with this big old 105 2.8 lens can be a little intimidating. Even the 35 1.4 lens can be a little intimidating. These ones are just all black, they're sleek, thin, and they work really well. Now, the focusing was a dream. I didn't have any problems with the focusing. You know, I've shot with the D4S, the F-mount camera, and it has about like 9 cross-type focus points versus the Nikon Z6, which has about 273. These lenses were so fast. I had no problems when I needed to capture moments that were quick, like when the bride was walking down the aisle and the groom was turning around, able just to tap on the groom's face, and these lenses focused really well. They were very, very quiet. I didn't hear any noise. My impression using these lenses was that they were very high quality and that they were made for professionals. In fact, this is what S-line means. Let me go ahead and read to you guys straight from the Nikon website what the S-line type of lens stands for. Ready? The S-line is a newly designed designated grade of Nikkor Z lenses that adhere to a new benchmark in optical performance, creating new definitions of design principles and quality control. So basically the S line was developed for the pro enthusiasts, take advantage of the Z mount's bigger diaphragm, allowing for those wider apertures. Lens Rentals does have the 50-1.2 on the website, but it's only up for pre-order right now. Otherwise, I would have ordered that in a heartbeat. Lens Rental also has the 0.95 manual focus Noctua Nikon lens, which I'm really excited to try out one of these days. Very expensive lens, even very expensive to rent, but that's what's great about lens rentals, is that you get to play with these lenses for a cheaper price. The S-line lenses really step up their game as far as quality. I did look up some comparisons between the 50 1.8 and the regular 50 1.8G f-mount lens. There's some really interesting comparisons out there. I did find this image that shows you the comparison on the sharpness when it's wide open at the 1.8, and you can clearly see how sharp the Z 1.8 S-line lens is compared to the 50 1.8G lens. That's not to say that the Nikon 50 1.8G lens is trash or it's garbage. It just goes to show how incredibly detailed these S-line lenses are. Now, Nikon has something called the FTZ adapter, which for me literally means F-mount to Z-mount camera, and it allows you to use your F-mount glass, which you've, I'm sure, invested a lot of money in, and it allows you to use that glass on your new Nikon Z-mount cameras. And so I had a wedding I shot a couple weeks ago. I used the Nikon Z6 and the adapter with my 35 and 105mm prime lenses, and the experience was flawless. I had a good time using it. It did make the camera a little bulky with the adapter, and switching the lenses was a little stiff on the adapter, but it just felt real snug and real secure. Had no problems whatsoever. If you've yet to pick up a pro body from Nikon, or you're looking into the mirrorless Z cameras, then I feel that the Z cameras and the S-line lenses are well worth it. In fact, if I had the opportunity and the chance to trade out all of my F-mount glass and my D4S for the Z camera and the S-line lenses, I would. I've really been enjoying the Nikon mirrorless cameras. After I killed the battery on this and I put it on the charger and I went back to the Nikon D4S, it just felt old, and it just felt so clunky, and it didn't feel as streamlined and tight and high quality as the Nikon Z6 and the S-line lenses. So if you're looking to invest in a pro body and some nicer glass, I would highly suggest looking at the Z camera with these S-line lenses. Now let's talk about pricing really quick, because if you're looking online at the difference between the 50mm f-mount and the 50mm Z mount, and you're wondering why is there a $400 gap difference between the two lenses. They're both the same aperture, both the same focal length. I did do a little research on the pricings too. On the 24mm 1.8 Z mount is going for $1,000 versus the F mount, which is $746. So you have a difference of $250. The 85mm is retailing right now for $799 versus the F mount, which is $476. So you have a $300 difference right there. So on average, you're looking at a $200 to $300 difference between the Z mount lenses and the F mount lenses. But then again, you do have to pay $246 for that FTZ adapter. If I could, like I said, I would trade in my D4S, I would trade in my F-mount lenses, and I would just completely switch over to the Z-mount camera and to the S-line lenses. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this was not meant to be an individual review of each lens. I wanted to share with you guys my first impressions using the S-line lenses compared to my old F-mount camera lenses. They were fantastic. I had a great time using them. They felt high quality and the image results came back superb. If you've yet to try out the S-line lenses or even the Z-mount cameras, guys, check them out, rent them. Go to lensrental.com. They've got great pricings. You can rent them for as many days as you need it, and just check it out. And I'm telling you guys, these Nikon Z cameras are making photography fun again, at least for me. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment below. Let me know if this video had any value to you guys, or if you guys had the same experience using the S-line lenses or the Z-mount cameras. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. My name is Aaron James, and here with the Light Den Academy. Aloha.